Sound like you were just coming from working, just like I got off work earlier.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Had a shoot earlier, so we had to get that taken care of, and then now it's interview time. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because it's one thing I can sit here and say from the time I first started hearing your name, you stayed a busy man.
I try to,
Busy man.
man. That's the only way you stay relevant in this game.
Oh hell yeah. So what kind of shoot you just came you just did today? Tell us about it. Tell us
Um,
about it.
I did a live show with Dark Mystery, who is a up and coming cuckoldress talent here in South Florida. You go check her out.
Mhm.
But it was a great show. We also recorded it so that we could release it as a scene later on. So if you missed the live show, you can always go back and buy the video. You know.
See, damn it. I see that show you how bad this dude is. I never got to the point of doing live shows in my career yet.
Okay, okay. It's new to me too, but it's a way to meet new fans and new her fans become my fans become her fans, and it's a way to interact with the people. So I'm becoming a little more open to it as I dabble.
It's like put it this way before we really get into it. How much do these cats, these young heads, dudes, particular? Because it's like when I talk to another male performer producer, it's kind of like to help these knuckleheads know how this game works. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because a lot of times when they get their information from a female, but
Okay.
what works for the females don't work for us by no means. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this. How much is it seeing where the game heading and you making sure you heading in that direction?
Well, I'm always a zig when everybody else zag type of person. So I do watch
Mm-hmm.
trends, but I try not to remain a prisoner to them.
Mm-hmm.
I think being in that alternative range, kind of that niche range, has allowed me to create a very loyal fan base. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I get ready to experiment into other genres, um, they're ready to see me do that. You know, so hence what like prime example with the live shows. I know a lot of fans have been wanting to be very interactive with the brand. I don't know how familiar your audience is with my brand, but I have a lot of
Oh,
cuckold
trust me,
fans.
bruh, they familiar.
Okay, okay, cool,
They,
cool, man,
the
cool.
name that
You
popped
know,
up too many times on my damn show for me not to have this dude on my damn show.
okay, okay, okay. Well, well for the first time listeners, I do a lot of cuckold and hot wife stuff. I also do a lot of body positive content. BBW, thick content. So, um, a lot of those fans, now that I'm branching out into the live situations, especially the cuckolds and things like that, they want to be able to interact. See me perform while also telling me what it's doing for them in the moment. So it was pretty cool today. It was pretty cool.
So, people, welcome to the Smokers Lounge. Like I always do, we start off hot, people.
What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's happening?
So, welcome to the Smokers Lounge. I'm your host, Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/ Porn Rap Star. Let me tell you about four wonderful sponsors that we have that have been with us for a minute. First one being LS Swirl, the Facebook, the LS community. Next up, the hottest adult magazine in the game, eroticismmag.com. Also, 90% profit, no hashtag issues, and for your consumers, a new place to consume your triple X content. I'm talking about xsitebunny.com. And last but not least, award
Okay.
winning, award nominating, you know, voice over with that smut. Also got a VR section, and did I dare say black owned, like his company. We talking about blushrocker.com. So go blushrocker.com, get a subscription, and check out what they're doing. Also, proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. So go to shopgwdistrict.com and buy from over 500 Black-owned retailer shops and boutiques. Also, go over to Fully Swap Radio every morning. Check me out. Talking to the hottest talent, producers, what have you, directors. No telling who I might be talking to, and we bring in that smoke each morning on FullySwapRadio.com. Plus, check me out on SkyhawkAfterDarkTV.com as well as the BGP LLC app. Now, I have this man over here, this bald-headed man. Y'all done heard the name once he say it, because I'm not going to say it. I let him say it, but we'll get to that in a second. He's probably been doing it for a minute. I've been following him. He's a beast in this game. See, these one of these interviews that I've been waiting for because this is a bucket list because he's a legend. You feel what I'm saying? And he may not consider himself a legend because I see the smile on his face because he got that smile like, ain't no legend, dog. No. It's a legend. Been doing it in Florida. I've been hearing about this man named, 5 years? Maybe about that long. Period. Mandy Maytag, T.T. Park. You done seen it with some of your favorite porn stars. So I'm going to sit back and let this man, beast of the industry, beast incarnate. Oh, and he's a killer-ass cameraman. So after saying that, I'm going to let him introduce himself.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jay Playhard. Thank you for having me on the show.
No doubt. No doubt. I got to give people their roses, man. Because, bro, you have been doing it consistently. Consistently. So that's what people don't realize. Consistently. It was like, from, I guess, the time when I first noticed, was paying attention to Mandy Maytag, I saw you. It was just like, he just popping up. The names started getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yep.
I mean, it's like this. But before we get into how you walked in, did you think that you would be at this point when you first started this shit, though?
It was always a goal, my goals are to create a situation for myself and my family that is feasible for us. A lot of the roses, as you say, and I appreciate it. I really, really do. A lot of the roses, they've come lately, and we really appreciate that. But it's been more so just trying to create a solid foundation for the brand and just constantly building and moving forward, and all my collaborators also. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been a big part in my growth as a model and producer. We just cracked the top 100 on ManyVids as a production company, and I cracked it as a model as well. So currently I have 2 pages in the top 100 on ManyVids, and so we've been able to really create some momentum and some traction, and that's thanks to all of the people that have worked with me over the years.
Yeah, most definitely. So we're gonna bring the time machine. What got you into this business?
Well, I was always a person who enjoyed adult content coming up, in college and things like that. And you and your homies coming up, you always have your favorites. Favorites of mine were Melanie Monroe, Monet Divine, Sarah J. We had the DVDs and like I played football, so like we passed the DVD in the locker room. You got it today, but I got it tomorrow. So just always being a fan of the industry and being curious about it. I was fortunate enough to start the swing lifestyle in my mid-20s, and so it made me very open. Yeah, it made me very open to certain situations.
Swinging in my 20s.
Well, I'm from Florida. It's the swinging capital.
True.
What I'm saying? So it's like the hot wives are here, man. They everywhere. But it was a situation where you get comfortable being naked around a whole bunch of people, because that's big in this industry for guys. Yeah, there's gonna be another guy in the room probably filming your content, and you've got to be comfortable in yourself to be able to perform while that male is in the room filming your stuff.
Oh,
So
and up close and personal.
yeah, yeah, a lot of people are not built for that part of it, but being in the lifestyle and going to the orgy parties
Mhm.
and the hotel takeovers and things like that, you get a little more accustomed to seeing other naked people around you. And
Mhm.
once I stepped into the industry, there were no setbacks mentally, you know. So
Oh yeah, because you broke it. You broke your ice quality with quality because, like I said, it's swinging. Because it seemed like more swingers are now jumping into the porn world. Period. So it seems like it's kind of like if there is a gateway, since everybody want to talk about gateways, that is a gateway to a certain extent.
I mean, OnlyFans changed everything, especially
Mm-hmm.
for the swinger lifestyle creators. I mean, it's created like a whole new niche, and that's kind of what my site DJ Playhard is about. It's me with other hot, other swingers, other hot wives, cuckoldresses, um, and it's very amateur feeling, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
if you're a lifestyle person, you'll definitely enjoy the brand.
Mm-hmm. So shoot. So now with you, of course, you came in the game independent, like a lot of us. Period. So tell me the steps that you took to start filming.
Research, number one. Anybody that's been on set for one of my production houses, they'll tell you I got a plan for the plan for the plan. Then I got a plan if that fails. So I'm a big research person. One of my favorite comic book characters is Batman, and like I like to, how
Stop
Batman got up.
playing. Batman, my favorite too, dog.
Hey man,
Batman,
that's what they call me on set, bro. Like shout out to my dog Savvy G and Savannah Star from Star Power Media. They
Mhm.
came up with the Batman nickname. So I like to know what I'm doing and know what I'm getting into. I had a background hosting lifestyle events, uh, because once that grew, the lifestyle part of my life.
Mhm. Give a second. He's driving. Until he come back in. Don't forget about the premium smoke room. $4.99 a month for you to enjoy.
Sorry, man, I lost you there. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you driving, so you gonna go in and out. So each time you go in and out, I'm gonna remind him about the premium smoke room. But go ahead and continue, my brother.
Well, yeah, just hosting the lifestyle events. You get a feel for logistics and things like that, and you need that at a production house. You need to know where people are going, what people are doing, and so we were able to make an easy transition.
Word, word. So when you run your set, do you have like okay, of course, you have different sets that you run. Okay, you have the shoots where it's the swinging party atmosphere. You have the shoots that the one on one. Then, of course, I've seen you do the role play scenes. So, how do you tackle each shoot? You know what I'm saying? To know how to film it. You know what I'm saying? And how to go and the thought process behind each one.
Well, a lot of communication is huge too. So you communicate with the other performers. You communicate with the cameraman. You communicate with let's say if I'm not hosting the house, you communicate with the host of the house. Prime example, the role play stuff. The series Slut School, with
Yeah.
that I do with Mistress Dolly and Princess Dandy, two domays. We do a lot of BDSM themed stuff. So obviously we have to communicate what are boundaries. Uh, what are red flags? What do we not do in a scene? What do you want us to do more of? So there's a lot of communication.
So we're gonna soldier on, ladies and gentlemen, because just give it a second. He'll be back. Like I said, remember premium smoke room. $4.99 a month. 5 premium podcasts for you to enjoy. Uh, if if you want to hear something good, all you got to do is go
There we
to
go.
the smoke room, and he's back. See, I told you, we gonna keep it, we gonna keep it cracking. Like I said.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm definitely on the road trying to get some work done this weekend as well. So I apologize for the
Oh
bad
yeah.
service.
Oh no, I understand because trust me, it. I done talked to people while they was at work, while they were uh driving or what have you. So this is nothing new. And like I said before, if it's too much, I just make it audio. So
There we go. There we
this won't be the last time you on here. But anyway, but no, but finish what you were saying.
Well, just the communication. Being able to voice those things in a safe environment.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be surprised what you can create when everyone feels safe.
Mm-hmm.
So we strive for that. Health, healthiness and safety.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because the more comfortable she is, the better she'll work. So, what's some of the things that you do to help the model relax? Because we have to create chemistry sometimes in a blink of an eye. Period. We may not get to talk to him ahead of time, especially if it's like a shoot house, unless you're running the shoot house. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What's some of the things that you do to help them relax?
Well, a lot of times at our particular, these are just ours, but
Yeah.
a lot of times talent knows who's going to be there quite a few months in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So they have time to communicate, to talk about those boundaries and things like that. And then once they get to the shoot house, it's not as awkward. There's some anticipation going on, and people are cranking out hot scenes.
Mm-hmm. So shoot. So is it safe to say? I'm gonna ask you this then: is it easier and better to go through a shoot house to meet females to work with versus you're just contacting?
Well, that's interesting because my path was a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the uh, privilege, I'll say privilege, of shooting with a lot of new talent, talent that I've
Yeah.
discovered, going out there and seeing something in someone who, the dream may not be fully realized, but they're on the right
Yeah.
path and being able to add something to that. So we've had a good run doing that as well.
Yeah. Because see, also the way I look at it is that which okay then you is what I was, which was called a gateway producer. We set it up for them, period. The game was different when I was in it doing that versus you, which not because you're probably similar. What kind of became similar after a while, where you not only help them establish their own shit, a shoot house to work with, but you might help them find work, what have you. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like you, is it, I'm gonna ask you this then, since we going to making stars, because me and you done that before. Is it easier to work with to make a star than to work with one?
That's a tough one. I mean, there are intriguing things about both because both present their own challenges. You know, both also present their advantages. I think working with the newer talent,
Mm-hmm.
um, the advantages would be um, you're in the mud together. It's
Mm-hmm.
something that you're building together. So it's like any success that you have, like you both feel pride in that. That's been the biggest thing for me. Of course, the disadvantage is you have to build the traffic for that brand. You got to roll your sleeves up. It's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be a long time before you draw profit. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to do a lot of things that to get the brand off the ground that are gonna cost a lot of money. But if you're in it together, you know, you can build something special. Now with that established star, because I've worked with both. as far as helping building platforms. I think with that established star, trying to get them to understand a different marketing strategy than what they're accustomed to can be difficult because they've had so much success doing it this one way, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But also you have the built-in audience, so
Mm-hmm.
that does make the job a little easier.
Yeah, because it's like because to me it felt more satisfying building them, but especially when I was able to get them awards and shit like that. Because to me it was an example to others. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100. Period. Because like I said, it's you came in straight and independent, hands down. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everything I saw from you came from Playhard. It wasn't through no company or anything of that nature. So how much dudes don't understand we have to come in treating this as a complete business. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because our path is different than women. Women can go grab a toy and if they good. We got to grab a chick.
it, or so for some people, or a dude, or whatever the case may be, you gotta have a partner.
Yeah,
Um, you
we
know,
got to have another body.
uh,
It ain't gonna work.
yeah, so um, I do know some gentlemen that make a lot of money with solos.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's their game, but you have to be a performer to do that. I'm just not that type of performer. I wish I was, you know. But as far as coming
Wait a
into
second. Have you tried a solo before?
I have, man. I have. Like I get the
And
company.
look, how long was the solo? I just got the ask.
15 minutes. It was excruciating.
You're better than me. I did
It,
teach you.
man. It was the worst shit. It was the worst shit ever. But you know what? I did it.
I
Goddamn
only did 3, dog. I couldn't. I said, no, no,
it.
I'm good. I just put out old scenes. Fuck that. I
It's,
can't.
it's, I couldn't. I was like, you know what, man? This is not a lane for me. This is not my avenue.
No, no, no. It's like the women could have that shit.
Hey, man. Michael Jordan didn't fight in the UFC, man. He played basketball. I'm gonna tell you that. Stick to the gym, baby. Stick to what you know.
No, but seriously, it's kind of like you know, dudes really don't understand. It like put it this way, like we both hear about the bullshit that we hear when it comes to the dudes is coming in now. Period. Nah, y'all know how I do on this podcast. We don't sugarcoat shit. Just call me Joe Budden of the porn world. But anyway, it's it, when you see what you see with the game, what's the one thing you can tell these young niggas they need to realize they're gonna do this?
You gotta pay to play. You gotta have money. You're not gonna build a business if you're not willing to invest into it. So that means, and when I say by have money, I'm not saying go throw a bunch of money at a model. I'm not saying that. You gotta have money for testing. You gotta have money for a location. You gotta have money for travel. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I can't tell you how much every year I drop on hotels. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's necessary. It's necessary because this is a business that where if you're not traveling, if you're not constantly giving your fans something new to consume, you can be forgotten. We live in that TikTok age now. It's different.
Yes,
Even
yes.
even 5 years ago when I first got into the game, it's different now. These short form storytelling platforms, they weren't a thing when we first got into the game.
Hell no. You had to
You
have a
know,
full scene. You had to have a
yeah,
full
you had to
scene.
have yeah 30, 45
Scriptures
minutes.
was where it was at. You feel me? So scriptures is where
Yeah,
it was at, actually.
yeah. I mean, and to an extent, it still is, but you
Yeah.
know, um, it's different now. You know what I'm saying? These people are driving millions of people to their platforms every day
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok videos. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask you this though. But what you think of that?
If you can get your money like that, get it. It's. I know people who do it. Like I say, Florida is the amateur capital, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those viral models on TikTok. They live right here in Florida. So I've seen a lot of them, and they are constantly making TikToks. For me personally, I just I'm not that creative. I commend them because they have some funny shit. You know, I'm just
I
not
don't even
that
use
creative.
TikTok, dog. Straight up. I had it. No, I have an account, but after I start getting flagged for just posting my the the stuff about the podcast, I won't even doing nothing. Just
Yeah.
podcast, audio. I said, fuck that. I couldn't do it.
I mean, I have fun with it. I watch a couple videos. I might post here or there, but most of
Mhm.
my advertisement comes on the traditional platforms. You know, the tube sites, you know, Twitters of the world. Um, as far as the fan site as a whole, you know, we don't really focus on that at Thick Vision. You know, we're more of a subscription based business, um, and ad revenue. You know, that's another big one that a lot of people don't really understand. Um,
Hmm.
you know, I'm kind of dropping a couple jewels in there. I should be making them pay for, but
Yeah, hold on,
you know,
wait a
hey,
second. That's
let's
interesting.
make it spicy, man.
See, because I understand the ad revenue,
Hmm.
period. The affiliate programs, all that good
Hmm.
shit, period.
Hmm.
But see, here's the kicker though. To have that, don't you need for the ad revenue, especially for the affiliate program? That's where having the standalone.com site come in handy. Appreciate that, my brother.
Hmm. Yeah, you know, and that's where our business model is focused. It has been since the beginning, and so that's why when you put those foundations in place, and you may not be the most popular creator, and I'm talking to my guys that are just coming out. You may not be the most popular creator for a long, long time. You may get turned down. I can't tell you how many times I've these models that you see on the page. Like I had to build up to that. Like I just because you saw me work with them that time, they might have told me no 5 times before. You know,
Amen.
but you know I didn't take it personally. I just got back on my grind and continued to build. And then once I got to a level that they saw it fit to shoot with me, we were able to make it happen. You know, so
Mhm.
patience and
But
and
but see, that takes a dude getting out of his feelings.
yeah, you can't go into this with feelings and trying to fall in love and being a homosexual and you know trying to sleep on these women's couches and you know I done seen a lot of shit, brother. I done seen a lot of shit.
Yeah, because it's because us as men, we can't misstep like that.
No.
We can't misstep. Women can misstep way more than we can in this business. Because you get that thirsty tag, you get that disrespectful tag, you get a certain tag, unless to keep it 100, you just ain't good with one of the producers who don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Now that's a totally different story for another day. But you don't give a shit. It's like
Talk
if
about it,
we
man.
up
Talk
shit,
about it.
fuck
Shit,
it.
you know,
You
get
know
a
what I'm
little
saying?
peek behind the
But
curtain.
yeah, but it's kind of like I know you done seen it and I done seen it. Dudes, they got amazing talent, fucked it up because they didn't know how to act on set and off.
Yes. You know, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was perfect coming up. You know, I made mistakes and learn from them, and you know, you get better. Um, but if it would be anything I would tell male talent to avoid, it would be the getting so personally involved on set. That for me as a male talent, that's been the biggest thing. Once those feelings get involved, it get difficult.
Yeah, cause I mean, don't get it might be one you be like, something,
It's
something.
difficult,
Goddamn,
man.
wait a second. But then we gotta bump our head back to it's business,
Hmm.
period. Because I think a lot of guys don't really realize the reason why she's fucking you because she wanted to fuck you because you fuck on camera.
Well,
She's
and
trying to get
sometimes
content.
it's more than that.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's like you got a huge following, or you know,
yeah,
I done seen a lot of shit. I done seen a lot of shit, man. You know, but you also have to remember that she's looking to get something out of it as well,
hmm
and you know, we since the beginning, we've kind of understood that even before there was a big shift in the adult industry. I want to say 2019 when Me Too and everything was
Yeah.
happening, and we've kind of been on that. We've kind of been on a partnership with our female talent since the beginning. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we've kind of promoted that. Hey, let's build a partnership. Let's you have your network, I have mine, and we come together. So
Now,
kind of
now,
ahead of the curve on that.
here's the question. Because so we both a little bit blunt now, it's about to get real quick.
Uh,
How hard is it to work with women in this business?
it's not hard at all for me. I love women.
Mm.
You know, I
Now,
came up like growing
it,
up. Like now, I will say this: there's a lot of strong personalities in this business, and they
that's
have to be. They have to be assertive because there's a lot of people who try to take advantage of these ladies in this business. So I do understand where my ladies come from in that sense. I came from a family of strong women, so it ain't nothing for me to be like, all right, it's time for me to shut up now. Let them have
hmm
it. Hey, I know how that go. So I treat my female talent with the utmost respect, and hey, and I always ask them, what do you want to do? What's beneficial for you? So and
yeah,
it's
because it's
took me a
because
long way.
also the thing is because they're working under you, they're working under your umbrella. How much you preach to them about patience? Because a lot of times women are not. A lot of them dealing with women. But I mean, you just talking about women because men, we have our shit too. But nine out of 10, if you're in the porn business, you're dealing with women. So that's why we're having this conversation. Don't take it
Yeah,
personal. Now, when dealing with women, they sometimes want instant gratification, especially when it comes to porn. Because even
well,
from my days, a girl get mad because she didn't get a check the first month out, and you only shot 2 videos.
yeah. Um, I think anyone can fall victim to that. Because I manage men, I manage women, and they both fall victim to wanting to be famous but not put it in the work, as Taraji P Henson would say.
Yeah,
Everybody want to be famous, but don't nobody want to do the work. And anyone can fall victim to that, man or woman. I think the people that do succeed are the ones that understand that, hey, you don't win a championship in one season. You build. You add pieces. You cut pieces that don't necessarily fit your system. So it takes time to build that chemistry and build that formula. And once you have it, then you'll start seeing your growth. So
yeah,
I
because
think
I
everyone
think
work with that.
because it's even to the point that, like in a situation like Jimmy Smack, which people didn't realize he got lucky. No disrespect to dude, he got lucky. Period. But like I said before, a lot of these dudes they move based off of seeing him or seeing what these girls be talking about. Period. It's kind of like they don't want to holler at dudes.
Yeah. Well, I think as far as that goes, it's always going to be that because you're always going to have more men trying to get into the business than women. It's always going to be like that. Like you can walk outside right now and say, "Hey, I'm about to do a porn shoot. I'm gonna pay my guys $100." You have a
Mm.
line around the corner.
Yeah,
No. Um,
yeah,
women are the bread winners in this game. The sex industry, women win the bread. That it is what it is. And
mm,
so when you come into the game and you respect that part of it,
mm,
you can go a long way because these women get in the bag without you. So if you want to be
yeah.
a part of the bag, if you want to be a part of the bag, you got to bring something to the table that's going to help increase the bag. So you can't just have a
So
hard dick and abs.
no, because also you got to pay attention to the numbers. You got the ups and downs, the money, what have you. Because even
Yeah.
with sometimes like I might like even with this, like with the podcasting, I'm on it. But when it comes to deploying, I got to remind myself, wait a second, I do have some points I need to promote. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
you
It's
know,
consistency.
so, so it's like with you, a lot of it you do. Like for your social media to the whole nine. How do you balance that time with your personal? How do you create the balance?
Well, it's a constant struggle because the more you grow, the more you have to adjust. And
Mm,
this last year, it's been a situation where so many opportunities have been coming, and you want to hit all of them, but you have to understand that you can't hit all of them at the same time. And so
mm,
it's just been you have to pace yourself. Like when I'm at home and I'm doing my admin,
mm,
um, it's a regular 9 to 5 for me. I wake up at 5 a.m., get my son to school, and I'm at the computer until he come home. Once he come
mm.
home, it's family time.
Yeah,
If I want to jump back on after he go to bed, I'll jump back on. If not, I'll take that time for me.
yeah. Because see, the thing of it is people realize it's a difference between running a company and running yourself. Because you run a company. Let's make that clear.
Yes,
So people understand this. He ain't just telling people. He's a CEO.
yes, yes, yes. From the mud.
You you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a different stress level.
It is, especially when you're first starting out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Funny story. I was never supposed to be talent. I couldn't find
You
no
sound
reliable
like
talent. I was, I was.
hold on, wait a second. No, let me hear your story. How did you end up becoming talent? All right, there you go. There you
I,
go.
well, I couldn't find male talent that could do it. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
so finally, I was getting close to my first big shoot for the company, and I had no male talent. I had a couple women that could really perform, and I had no male talent. So I jumped in there, and once we released it, it went viral so fast that I was like, okay. I thought, like, to be honest, I thought it was the latest. I thought, like, okay, I got three brand new models no one's ever seen. They're beautiful. They're performing. It's them. But then you release another video, and then another, and they all do numbers. So it's like, okay, I've got something. So I've been trying to refine that over the last few years.
Because it's with me, it was. I mean, the smokers y'all done heard the story before. I had a choice: be talent and get a regular $300 deposit into something for doing this great website, or don't be talent and she walk away. Guess what Bob did?
It depends.
20, so 20 years later, here we
Yeah, man. I mean, so my model brand is really taking off, especially in the last 6 months. So I'm just thankful, man. Just thankful to have two brands doing well.
are. Sure. I mean, but I think any person that gets in, especially us as men, we get into this. We have to treat it as we make running a company. We have no choice. Because if you look at it, you're practically running a company. A small business employee of one. You contract checks.
Yeah,
It's either they get paid with a scene or they get paid in cash.
exactly, exactly.
You're the contractor. There you go.
You know,
Period. But I mean, especially for us, because like I said, even with me, like I look at numbers, seeing like what scene pops. Um, like I can sit here and tell you right now, my top three girls, off the top of my dome, is like
same.
that. You know, do you think dudes really pay attention to that?
Are you saying fans or creators?
Creators. I ain't talking about the fans. I ain't worried about the fans.
If they're smart, they are.
Hmm.
You want to know what your fans like to see. You want to know who your fans like to see. Um, you don't want to oversaturate, but at the same time, I do believe in building a good nucleus of models that your fans want to tune in to see. You know, you do have your your go-to scenes. You know, um,
Yeah,
that
actually. So like this. All right. So when it comes now, one thing I also noticed, because you started off shooting with BBWs, correct? For the
yes.
most part.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Um, did you ever? And I also seen that you was able to transition to smaller chicks. Okay.
Mhm.
Did you ever had any hard way of doing that? Because like with me, because when I started off, I had a bunch of BBWs. So when I try to talk to a smaller girl, she look at the site like, you sure you want me? I'm like, I wouldn't hit you if I didn't.
Yeah.
You feel me? Did you run
Well,
into any of that?
sometimes, but I do explain that my brand has been body positive since the beginning.
Mm,
When we came out, it was a body positive porn. That was kind of our tag. It doesn't matter about size, age, race, or anything with my brand, because I believe that there is a market for everyone. So we've kind of marched with that the whole time, and so the transition was easy. Um, the reason I did make the Hot Wife platform was to give those smaller models equal
mm.
eyeballs in what I'm doing. Thick Vision does so well with the BBW audience. I also want to give those models who might not feel as though they identify body wise with that brand a second platform. So that's what we did.
And also, you plan to what is a hot niche right now, hot wife. You know,
Exactly.
so it's kind of like though I tell people you also pay attention to trend, but you put your touch on it.
Exactly. And that's something that I've been doing in my personal life for over a decade. So
Mm.
um, the fact that it is so popular now, I think when people tune in and they watch uh, our spin on it, they see the authenticity, but they also see the professional polish, and they like it.
Yeah, because it's funny that I was doing hot wife content 2000 and what 11.
Yeah, it's always gonna be hot. It's been
It's
hot
always
since
been there.
Jan
It's
10
been
years.
there. It's just like I said, when Miss Parker came out, that would change it.
Yeah, and I also want to do an ebony brand. So if
Mhm.
any of my ebony models are listening, please reach out. I want to give everybody a platform that I can, especially my beautiful black women. I don't think they have enough covers and enough
Oh
uh,
no.
exposure and things like that. So anytime I get to work with a black model, you're gonna be on the front page of my brand. You know.
Now I'm gonna ask you this, right? Now, sometimes we are a slave to what is at our disposal, or we can't help a certain situation. Like for example, what the smaller girls didn't understand the reason why I want shop with the BBW so much because them the ones that wanted to have actual content and they wanted a site and the whole nine. They kind of understood what content creation was even back then. So how hard is it for you to get ebony ladies?
Um, I wouldn't say it's difficult. Because we work with quite a few. OMG Anna is a very good
Mm,
friend of mine, and we do excellent
yeah,
content
friend
together.
of the show.
I love her to death. Little Blue Jay is
Mm,
a new creator. She brings a lot of new things to the table.
mm,
So I wouldn't necessarily say it's hard, but I would say that I want to do more.
mm,
I feel like that's a place in my portfolio that could definitely use some improvement.
mm.
And so I'll be attacking
See,
that
I
hard.
feel with you. This the type of exposure that I want to see for black porn. Tubi. Like Tubi. Because if anybody be on their ding, Tubi for black independent cinema has been killing it.
Yeah.
And you don't realize how many independent film creators there is out there, and it's black, all black cast, da 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 da. And porn used to be like that at one point. There was a bunch of black uh owned companies and talents that shot whatever, blah blah blah. A lot of black on black porn, period. Because that would hurt the black BBWs and black girls in general when interracial became king.
Well, I think since the beginning of porn, black women haven't had a fair shake, you know, um, in the industry. So now that we are starting to get the baton and run with it a little bit, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be on us to kind of change that for the next generation coming up. So I feel like if there are great black owned brands out there. I know one personally that I watch, Sage the Flame.
Mm-hmm.
She is killing it. Her content is awesome. It's amazing.
But,
You
but but
got
the question is, all ebony? Could it be all ebony?
Well, she is all ebony.
Okay.
Sage is particularly. She is all ebony, and she is killing it. Her content is fucking fire. Ebony Mystique. Cherokee the Ass.
Yeah.
You got to give. You got. I'm of strong belief. You got to give recognition to the greats. You see Cherokee, Pinky doing what they're doing with their production companies after being big time
Mm.
stars. So that's inspiring as well.
Oh hell yeah! Because like I said, even to the point that Pinky was the prerequisite of what we were seeing today with these girls. She was doing that shit out her trunk. Keep
Yeah,
it 100.
yeah. And that's that hustle. That's that grind. And that's what I respect. So I think our black women, um, they do need more platforms. They do, like
Yeah.
you see Lyric Scott. She's killing it. You know what I mean? With her
Shout
production
out to
company.
Roddy Sky Bag.
Black owned everything over there with Lyric Scott. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to her. But you know, but hey, there can be more. There can be more, and it's gonna be us as the models to take that part of the business more seriously. Cloud is fun, cloud is great, but we gotta dot our T, dot our I's and cross our T's as
Yeah,
well.
because I'm enjoying seeing the black BDSM, all that shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, I want
man.
some chocolate on chocolate sometimes. God dang.
Yeah, man. We
I'm
hey,
like,
we
wait,
need it.
I want to see some chocolate on chocolate sometime. God damn it, shit.
I got the Kira Noir. The stuff she does is amazing. AVN,
God, hey, shout out to the award winning. She been damn.
yeah, man. Avery Jane. I just got to give out my ladies they flowers. And Avery, I got a chance to work with Avery a few years ago. So it's great to see her doing all those things worldwide and all that great stuff. So, um, yeah, man.
I interviewed her my first year. That was a fun interview.
Yeah, man. She's good people, man. I like her. I like her a lot.
Because it's because even seeing Car Noir, Guiar Noir, I'm sorry if I'm fucking butchering her shit. Um, Trust me, baby. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher it. I apologize. But uh her be finally getting one for the team out this bitch at the AVNs. That was big.
Yeah, man.
That
So
was big.
hey, just shout out to all the black creators out there doing their thing, man. And we just I know personally over here, I want to have a another brand that showcases them in the best light.
Hell yeah. So shoot, man. It's if you're not in this bitch to make money, then I don't know what the fuck you in this bitch for, cause that's why I got in it. One for the
I
pussy.
know, man. It's good money, man. It's good money.
Yeah. For real out of this piece, man. So but I know you a busy man. I ain't want to hold you up, people. And I hope y'all enjoyed this smoking lounge because I damn sure enjoyed it. And yo, can I call you a smoke buddy so you bring your ass back to smoking lounge, man?
For sure, brother. Let's do it. Let's do it. Round two
Most of
very,
y'all
very
heard
soon.
it.
I have some better
And
internet
work
next
hard
time.
and play hard. We'll be back in the smokers lounge. Just stay tuned. We'll be back because we got a lot to chop it up. I see he gonna keep it real when we have the conversation. See, he ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. He ain't gonna try to be politically correct. I don't want
Nah, that ain't really my style. It get me in trouble
to.
sometimes.
Nah. No, because what I look at it is my granddaddy said at some point you got to become a teacher. And to me, I think that's why these podcasts, these spaces, and all this shit is coming up. It's just people looking at the information with the right perspective helps this industry.
Correct.
So with that being said, man, tell everybody where they can spend their money on you, brother.
Hey man, you gotta come to thejplayhard.com to check out all that hot wife content, all the cuckold content. Uh, thickvision.com, that's where you're gonna find all the beautiful BBWs and thick models that I've worked with over the years. And just keep supporting. Twitter is JAY_playhard. And give me a follow and check out all the great stuff we're doing.
Oh yes, please do, because he's doing some major shit.
We trying, baby. We
That
trying. We
being
getting there.
said,
Slowly
with
but
that
surely.
being said, what you were saying, Bo?
Slowly but surely. We getting there.
Oh, yeah, yeah. See. So he will be back here on the Smokers Lounge so we can chop up some more. And once again, you stay tuned because you never know who I will bring on the Smokers Lounge. So with that being said, how we end these things though. If you a regular smoker or you a new smoker, this how we end it, baby. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye to the people, man.